If you've served in the military and recently got your VA disability rating, there's some amazing news you might not have heard yet. Now, you could potentially qualify for a refund on your VA funding fee, and we're talking serious savings here, possibly thousands of dollars back in your pocket. Now, today I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how you can find out if you're eligible and walk you through the steps of getting that refund. But first off, my name is Casey McEwen, and welcome to the Veteran Advantage channel. I'm a proud U.S. Marine Corps veteran, and I had the honor of serving from 2008 to 2012 out of Camp Pendleton, California. Now, whether you're still on active duty, getting ready to transition into civilian life, curious about the benefits available after serving in the military, or maybe you're looking at joining the military, well, this channel's got you covered. So go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to stay tuned for more future content. So first things first, let's chat about what exactly the VA funding fee is. Basically, this is a charge that the Department of Veteran Affairs applies to VA home loans. It's designated to help offset the cost of providing these unique loans, which are known for their favorable terms like no down payment and no PMI or private mortgage insurance. Now, the fee isn't fixed. It varies based on a few factors like whether or not it's your first time using the VA loan, your down payment size, or even if you've used a VA loan before. Now, first time users here, the funding fee can range from 1.25% up to over 3% of the entire loan amount, depending on the specifics of your loan. But here's the good news. If you're a veteran with a VA service-connected disability rating of at least 10%, you might not have to pay this funding fee at all. If you have no disability, unfortunately, you won't qualify for the exemption, but another unusual situation can happen when you're rated at 10% disability, but received a lump sum payout instead of monthly compensation. This sometimes throws off of the documentation process, so it's something to keep an eye on. Now, always make sure to check your certificate of eligibility or COE, as that's how lenders can essentially verify your exemption and whether or not you're gonna be having to pay this fee or not. But let's get into some practical scenarios here. Say you're in the middle of buying a home and suddenly you receive your disability rating just days before closing. This can be a huge jump for you. Now, many lenders can quickly adjust your paperwork, completely removing that fee whatsoever before it even shows up at your closing table. Now, on the other side of things, if you've already paid the fee and you've closed on your house, but you haven't got your disability rating, you're not stuck. You can actually qualify for a refund as long as your disability effective date, which you'll see on your VA disability award letter, is dated before the actual home purchase closing date. And don't forget, surviving spouses can also be eligible. Now, just as an example, when I'm talking about surviving spouses, I do have a past client that actually, unfortunately, was in that situation where she lost her husband and was able to use his VA loan, and he was disabled as well, at least 10%. She was able to, as a surviving spouse, able to use his VA loan and have the funding fee waived because of the disability that he had. Now, if you're on active duty and transitioning out of service, this timing is going to be critical here, guys. Many active duty members start their disability paperwork before separation. And if you do this and your effective rating date lands after your home closes, you unfortunately won't be eligible for a refund. It's important to remember that the effective date typically aligns with your discharge date, not necessarily when you started the paperwork. So timing your home purchase strategically around your discharge date can seriously pay off. Now, one critical tip here though, never assume you're out of luck. Always double check, and also make sure to submit your intent to file as early as possible. Even if you haven't formally started your disability claim yet, doing this ensures your effective date will be recognized when the refund evaluation takes place. And speaking of timing, there's a newer, quicker option in the VA disability claims process called the one-day decision. VA disability claims can take months or even years to resolve. However, under the one-day decision initiative, the VA attempts to evaluate and issue a decision within a single business day. While it may sound too good to be true, many veterans have indeed seen their claims processed rapidly through this streamlined initiative. Now, this expedited option primarily benefits veterans who submit clear, fully developed claims supported by thorough medical documentation, and this process generally involves submitting all required evidence up front, which allows VA claim examiners to efficiently evaluate the claim without needing further clarification or additional evidence. Now, this program is especially beneficial for transitioning active duty service members who are about to separate from military service and have their medical examinations completed through the Benefits Delivery at Discharge, or BDD, or Integrated Disability Evaluation System, or IDES. Now, keep in mind that not every single claim qualifies for the one-day decision, and it is heavily dependent on how complete and straightforward your application is. And there's even more good news for veterans with service-connected disabilities. Beyond the funding fee exemption, many states offer significant real estate property tax breaks as well. These tax benefits are typically tied to your service-connected rating level and sometimes combined with your income. Now, the specifics can certainly vary significantly from state to state or even different counties, so you'll want to make sure that you do thorough research on what's available locally. Now, once you realize you're eligible for a funding fee refund, you'll need a few key documents here. First of all, your COE or certificate of eligibility, your VA disability decision letter, and the original closing disclosure from your home purchase. Contact your original mortgage lender first. Each lender handles this slightly differently. Some may direct you to call the VA directly, while others will handle the paperwork themselves. When reaching out to the VA, calling early in the morning usually helps you avoid long wait times. Now, here's where things get exciting though, the refund itself. Depending on the lender and the circumstances, the refund might come as a direct check mailed straight to you, or may be applied directly to reduce your outstanding principal balance on your mortgage. Imagine opening up your mailbox and finding a check for thousands of dollars. Some veterans prefer the lump sum, while others choose to directly reduce their loan balance and save some interest long term. The choice is going to be likely entirely yours, giving you valuable flexibility in managing your finances. So the big key here is make sure that you have an intent to file active if you're actively looking for homes. Let's say you wanted to purchase a home and close next week, next month, or next year. As long as you have 10% disability or you have an active intent to file or ITF, you're going to be covered as long as that intent to file results in at least a 10% disability. You'll get refunded for the funding fee if you do close on a home in the meantime, but just make sure that ITF is filed or you have at least 10% disability, because that VA funding fee can be extremely expensive. But that's all I got for you guys this week. As always, I appreciate and love all the support. Make sure to like and subscribe. And if you haven't, send this to another active duty personnel, maybe a family friend, maybe a colleague of yours, or if you're a veteran, send it to someone that you feel like could benefit from these videos that I've been making on this channel. But other than that, make sure to stay tuned for next week's content.